Welcome to the long-awaited micromoon rig rundown that 3 people asked for. So, Dan, introduce
Hello,
yourself.
I'm Dan.
I'm joking, don't do that. So where do you want to start? Guitars or amps?
So amps.
Amps. Alright. So obviously micromoon, yeah. When we're recording, we use a wide variation of amplifiers, yeah. But this is like the live thing. So we run 2, one with more mids and one more scoops, right? So this first one, great filming, Ray. Come around so you can see it. So this is a 1966 Fender
My
Bandmaster.
personal favorite.
Dan's personal favorite, mad. So what we do, right, bright on, straight in the front, and we basically boost the treble. And I usually have the bass a little higher, but obviously Dan is scared of bass. So yeah, that is to give you the mids. And then the other amp we run through is the Roland Jazz Chorus JC120, given to us by Roland. Shout out Roland Boss Europe. Pyoing pyoing. And it's like, this is obviously super clean, known to be a great pedal platform. And we basically go in the front from the guitar, and then we run an effects loop out the back. Ray, why don't you film the back? Try and get the back. Get the back. Get the back. So yeah, so that effects loop goes round. And this is the pedal. Obviously the pedal setup's a bit crazy. So we have to go from there, from the send into the input of the chorus, all the way through. And then the return is the output of the phase. So that basically gives us, like, obviously for modulation effects and shit, it gives you a little more space. But we also run fuzz through it because we're dumb. And then to get to the Bandmaster, we take a separate of the second output of the delay pedal through the wah into the fucking Bandmaster. The reason I'm talking about it rather than Daniel is because I set it up. He don't know how to set it up. I make these decisions, innit? He just plays it.
Fuck you. That's not.
So why don't we go through? Let's do pedals now. Actually, no, let's do this guitar. So this is the one we use basically for everything. Mid-90s Fender Japanese Strat. Before, actually, the earlier shit we recorded, like Chop Shop, 1-4, Fall In, was all my Strat Plus, but this is, oh yeah, that's a good point actually. Like everything in the studio, we've only had it since late last year because my life melted before my fucking eyes. So we have all new shit, which is cool. So before, we would have used, for clean guitars, we actually would have used one of these. So I bought one of these instead of the Bandmaster. This is like a dual red Blue Angel, so it doesn't sound like a normal Mesa. It's like super clean. Lots of people hate them. I like them. I run it for a 410. Sounds mad. But yeah, I prefer this Bandmaster. So we've been using that for like all the Raining, I think was done on this. Summer Cracked. All the new shit. Anyway, pedals time. Let's start with the start of the chain. We set up our pedals in a completely wrong order to what you're usually meant to do and what is common practice. So you're meant to put modulation shit at the end, generally speaking. But for some reason, this is what we've ended up doing. So to start with, we have Electro Harmonics Polychorus Big Box 90s version. Did I buy this just because Kurt Cobain used it? Yes. Was it a mistake? No. So I had a couple of these. Obviously, this is the best sounding one. As in, like, particular years sound slightly different, so I bought that one. Then, the most expensive pedal I own, the Strymon Night Sky. This is like a ridiculous fucking reverb pedal. It's got like a 16-step sequencer built in. All this crazy shit. This is like Dan's usual preset, but I think we use a couple. How many settings do you use on this shit? Like your presets?
What, on the Strymon?
Yeah.
I don't know, I only can use like 2.
Great. So I have the most complex reverb pedal in the world, and he uses 2 settings. Great investment. Then we have our fuzz. Now we used to have a couple gain stages within the pedal board, but this is like our live kind of setup. Even though we haven't played any shows with this setup, but this is how we did the live sessions. And we basically start to one pedal, and this is our Fuzzbrain custom from Dave at Dom of Way Audio. Get the back of that shit. See that? Custom, bruv. See that? You can't get it. You want it, you can't get it. But basically, It's an up amp big mouth because obviously we're smashing Pumpkin's bigs. And then we have another gift from Roland, the DD8. Sometimes we use like a flashback, but this one sounds slightly better. I don't know. Delay pedals, innit? What can you do? Then obviously we just got the Bay Crybaby War. So then that only goes through fucking 1 amp. Because imagine War, if you got fuzz and War on 2 amps, allow it. And then for our slow phase, we got that nice fucking Nova Roland Boss PH3. So yeah, that just goes through the 1 amp as well. So that's basically the signal split here. That goes off to the Bandmaster. This does the whole thing. And yeah, oh yeah, for reference as well, I'm recording these guitar channels just with like 2 SM57s on the cabs. Because usually I'd use like a fucking, I don't know, like a ribbon mic and some other shit. But I was like, most people got 57, so let me make it easy. Also, I'm recording other shit later, so fuck you. I'm trying to think what other interesting shit. Why don't you show Adam? Why don't you show them how to like play Chop Shop? The Chop Shop intro, what you do your effects. And then we'll do like the chorus or some shit.
Yeah. It's just some couple like quick notes. Couple quick notes. Just
Not how to play it, man. No one cares about that. Just show them the effects,
if we
man.
said play. Oh. It's just start with a wah. And just quickly go. Slowly bring that down and up.
Slowly bring it down.
And then on the bit after, just clean off.
Oh yeah, also obviously we usually have this shit in a board, but you man have been recording classic guitars, so we ain't got a board.
LP coming.
So obviously that's why everything's set off a bit mad. But yeah. And then what about, why don't you show them some of like the heavy shit? Like how we do like the end of Cracked, for example.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously, oh yeah, and we keep our chorus on all the time, fam.
All the time.
All the time. So when he says it's clean, it's not clean. It's got the fucking wettest chorus on.
Always.
But yeah, obviously, if you can't afford these pedals, because we probably can't either, just
Come to
people raised
Fuzzbrain.
us money, pay me and use them yourself. Or let me give you some alternatives, yeah. So another good chorus pedal is the Boss chorus up there. That's another quite a bougie one. But it's also nice. It sounds a little bit different, but you know, that's got CE1 and CE2 settings on. Strymon Night Sky, instead of that, we sometimes use a Cathedral, which is the Electro Harmonics kind of stereo reverb. But other good ones are like Hall of Fame. I've seen people use that, make it sound great. Instead of a custom fuzz, you can always get like the normal up-amp fuzz, Electro Harmonics. Or what other ones do we use? We got a couple custom ones from the band Coke. They sent us a bunch of shit, and it's crazy. Those are 2 great fuzzies. Fuck that metal zone in the middle. I mean, if you like that sort of thing. And then above that, obviously you got our big muffs. We also use those occasionally. So like the Russian one kind of gives you a little more bass. You kind of lose a little less bass, so I like that shit. And then delay pedals, like I said, sometimes we use a flashback instead, but Dan left it at home. I also got Boss sorted me out with a couple of others, so the Giga delay, which is like amazing digital delay, and a Space Echo. We have a real Space Echo next door as well, which is kind of tight with the tape loops and shit. And then Phase, just get one of them, bruv. Cause like, you see with Phase, yeah, like, no disrespect to like the small stone and shit, but I really like having rate, depth control, and a couple stage options as well. Cause like, otherwise they be sounding a bit mad. Wah, we use the cheap Crybaby Wah. I say cheap, you can get them like £40 used. But this is just the Wah, man. Don't fuck around with any of the other like weird ones. Get that Wah, fam. And they break all the time, and the power slips out, but they sound good when they work. Amp-wise, instead of getting a JC120, you could use like anything. This is still a solid state amp. This ain't anything like, these are like aren't hard to find or anything. So you could always use like those Boss Katana things or some shit. They're really good. Or just anything that's like quite clean and has an effects loop. Don't stress about an effects loop. We only started doing it like 2 months ago. And then for this, instead of getting a 1966 Fender Bandmaster finished in rare blonde, yeah, because you can't get it. I got it. You have to get some, I don't even know, man. Maybe like a Fender Twin. We used to use a Fender Twin. We also used to use a Fender Vibrolux Reverb, but
yeah, that was a great one.
As well as the Blue Angel. So those are all really expensive amps, but again, you could go for something quite clean. But this is like our kind of clean recording setup. So when we play live, we'll probably still use clean amps rather than using dirty amps and then running effects loops through that. However, when we do record dirty shit, obviously, you have like 3 Marshalls here. So we recorded a bunch of shit through this JMP. This is a 1978 JMP 50 watt. And we don't drive it too hard because then we're putting more fuzz in front of it. And then we were doing the same thing. So we put that on top of this cab here, which is a Fuzzbrain custom cab. It's just like a 412 with greenbacks in. We'll be making more of them soon for a sale, but that's like the prototype. I ain't been able to put a speaker fucking grow on it yet or anything, but incoming. And then these amps here, yeah, if you play heavy music, yeah, or anything with any heavy shit on here, yeah, I'm sorting you out, yeah. This thing, Laney AOR, right? These are like 80s Laneys that Sleep used on the fucking like early shit. They're just fucking dirty. They sound good. And obviously you need to get done as well, cause like I play the guitar. Trying to think what other shit is interesting. That's it, innit? That's everything we use.
You show that bass.
Bro, who cares about that bass, bro? We're doing guitar, man. We're doing bass. Should we just do bass? Should we just show them all the bass shit we use as well? Bass, yeah. What pedals you use? Oh, all your pedals are next door, man. Fuck that. We ain't gonna show you the pedals we use. But another 60s amp. We have a 1964 Ampeg B15. Now, I don't usually use that mic in front of it. Ignore that. That was just for like some demos. That's a good mic, but fuck you. And then, so yeah, 2 channels. This is only, I think, 30 watt amp. So people think it's gonna be quiet. It's not. It's kind of loud. It's loud enough to rehearse with. I had to get the transformer replaced, which cost me shitloads of money, but it's banging. It's like a weird flip top thing, crazy bass tone. Ray, you want him to watch it, man? Don't show him his face, bro. Fuck me. And then usually I record that with like a Coles 4038 or like some other kind of super wide, you know, any mic with like a super wide pickup fucking pattern, whatever the fuck it's called. Frequency range, frequency response. And then obviously everything goes through to next door where I've got all the bougie shit. And everything usually goes through our fucking 1176 because it cost me mad money, so obviously must go use on everything. I think that's it, you know, man. I'm not gonna show them my drums and shit because that's just, this is a 70s Beverly drum kit. I like these Istanbul traditional cymbals. That's that. All the interesting shit is in how I record it. And I'm not doing that because that's gonna take 2 hours or some shit. That's my secrets. So yeah. Thank you for watching the April 2021 version of Micromoon Rig Rundown. And we didn't show them any of the triggers or the samplers we use or the tape machines, but shh, those are secret. They're not, but you know, look at Instagram, you'll find them. Bye.
See ya.